Hi everyone, welcome to my very first channel. My name is Candy, the creator behind Can Jam Crochet, where we talk about all things crochet. Currently, right now, I'm in my amigurumi plushie era. I have been making amigurumi plushies for about 2.5 years now. I kind of started at the end of 2023. I got interested in doing a market that we had locally, and mostly I've been making blankets before this, so you can kind of get an idea about how satisfying it is to make plushies and finish multiple plushies in one day compared to making a blanket that could take me about 6 months. So yeah, I think that most of the stuff we'll probably talk about on this channel will be the plushie variety. I do have a new market coming up in June. I'm very excited about this one. This is like a big event kind of at a park area close to where I live. It is a lot of fun. It is so busy, and I just love seeing all the people come back for their little plushies. So other than plushies, like I said, I was making blankets before I got into my plushie era, and that was a lot of fun. It was a lot of work. But recently I've been trying to kind of extend my crochet items to more of like a practical home use. For instance, I made this adorable heart hot pad recently. This is a free heart pattern off the Heart Hook Home website. I did a light pink side and a berry crush side. And for me, I put this little picot border all the way around it. On the website, she has you making like a hook to hang your pot holders. I just throw mine in a drawer, so I don't really need to hang them, but I thought this would be so much fun to make, and they turned out really adorable. I really, really like them. Another item that I kind of wanted to mention too is I've been trying to get more into the wearables. I'm not that great at making wearables, but I found this amazing pattern from MJ's Off the Hook Design Ink. It's called her Halo Hugs V-neck sweater. Let me grab it for you. Now, I do not have any Karen Halo cakes. That is what she used for this. I used the last of my Karen Halo cakes on this star blanket. So it is supposed to be made in this, you know, from the light to dark. But I grabbed out my Karen latte cakes. This is the colorway Blueberry, and I thought this is turning out really, really cute. Here's the front. You can kind of see the V-neck started. I've got about halfway. I think I have about maybe 15 to 20 more rows to do on the length, and then we'll start the sleeves. I really like this pattern so far. I like how she has a video tutorial to go along with it to help you out, and then she's got you trying things on so you know how big the armholes are. I'm really liking how this is striping up, and I think it's gonna look really good when I get it done. So you might see me working on that in some future videos. Another item I've been working on recently are these cute little paw footies. I was checking out Ribbler one day and I came across this free pattern for a little cat paw that goes on your kitchen chairs. And I was like, that's perfect. We have kitchen chairs on a tile floor, and every time you move the chair, it makes this weird, awful noise. And of course, we've tried those little circular stickers to put on them. They just rub off, they get dirty, they end up bad. And I'm like, you know what? This is perfect. So I made one. I initially started making one in this sage green color. And I tried it on my chairs, and it was way, way too small. Unfortunately, I think they were made for the smaller chairs. We have these big square block kind of legs on our chairs. So I redid the pattern in my own way. I started out differently. I separated the toe beans differently, and I've made it a little bit longer, and I tried them on and it fit perfect. So I made 4 in these colors. We have a brown table with white legs, So I kind of wanted to do the light brown with the dark brown, and I put them on my chair. I made 4, put them on my chair, and then realized that the backs of the chairs are actually smaller than the front. So I may have to go back, and I don't know if you can tell, but right in here, I did a decrease at the top of the toe beans. So I may be able to just do that decrease and go from there. That would probably take out about 4 stitches, and then these should fit on the backs of my chairs. But I'm really excited about these. I can't believe I never thought of them before. I've been dealing with this rough scraping on our chairs for a couple years now. So I'm very excited to get these done, but I am gonna have to do, let's see, you got 4, 8, 16, and then we've got a bench. So I'm gonna have to do like 21 of these. They do not take very long, however. I'm not a huge fan of the acrylic yarn in kind of an amigurumi style. I much prefer this Parfait Chunky, the chenille yarn, but these are very adorable and they're very cute. This is like the acrylic buff, so it's got some flecks of other colors in it, and then more of a cafe latte color. But those are turning out really cute. So as you can imagine, I do watch a lot of YouTube videos regarding crochet, and lately I've been watching a lot of Passionate Kelsey with passionategoods.com. I have one of her merchandise totes here. Very awesome, very helpful. She was making a lot of market bags, and I thought that was so much fun, and I've made a couple of market bags here. These are great for any kind of shopping. I absolutely love them. This colorway is Pebble Beach, and I absolutely love it. Love it. I have another one here that is in the colorway Buttercream. Very, very cute, very pretty, very nice. There's about 35 rows of the mesh, so lots of room for you to put your stuff. Farmer's market, yarn, anything like that. She was also making bucket hats, so I made a couple of the bucket hats. I think they turned out adorable. Love them. And one of her most recent hat creations is the kelp bucket hat. I love how it's different colors, and it's more of a floppy style brim, which I absolutely love. So yeah, you should check out her videos, her website, lots of great stuff on there. I've also been making hair towels. This I got from the Heart Hook Home website, and I've used the Caron cotton cakes, so it's the self-striping one. I think they turned out really good. You get this little ponytail on the top here. So you put it on your head, wrap your hair up, and then put it through this little ponytail. I have one that I use myself in my bathroom. It's really great. I love them. So yeah, I definitely have a lot more than just plushies, and I've been trying to incorporate these more into my markets. So I hope that that's something you're interested in. We might work on some of these for the country fair coming up. One thing I did want to bring up, I'm not sure why I did not finish this project before Christmas, but I started making the Grinch. He is adorable so far. He's got these cute little bulky feet, this cute little tummy. All I have left to do is his head, his facial features, you know, the safety eyes and everything. Why I did not finish this, I don't know. This is Parfait Chunky in the colorway Goblin. I think it's perfect for the Grinch. So we might finish him in a video. That would be nice to get him done. I should have had him done before Christmas. I think a lot of people really like the Grinch and probably would have purchased that from me. So maybe we'll get that finished soon too. Hi everyone, today's a new day. I thought I would come on and we could work on this Grinch together. I do want to mention that this has been a while since I've worked on it, and the pattern calls for a 3.75 hook, but I'm almost positive I did not use that size. I either used a 4, 4.5, or 5, so I'm going to say that I probably used a 4. I did a few of the stitches in the 4, and I think they look about the same. So we're going to cross our fingers and hope that works out. So I will probably zoom you in and we can get to work on this Grinch. And I'm almost out of yarn here, so we will probably need to tie on this new skein here in just a few. So the designer said that it's really important on the stuffing of the head to really get the forehead shape. So I am gonna try to get that correct. Let's see how well he looks here before we finally close him up. Lots of fuzzies. So I think that looks really cute. So let's go ahead and close him up. Okay, here we are for a Grinch update. He is complete. It took me several tries to get his facial features right. I think he looks adorable. I'm not completely sure how I feel about the cheeks. I feel like they're a little too poofy and they kind of leave this divot here, which I'm not sure I like. But other than that, I am very, very pleased with him. I think he looks really adorable. The next part of the pattern is to make a Christmas hat, although it is a long way from Christmas. So I might think of some other ideas, maybe just a regular stocking cap, something. I think he needs a scarf and a hat, so I think we'll brainstorm on that a little bit and see what we have. But I'm going to call this a win because Mr. Grinch is done. So I hope you all like him as much as I do. I think he's adorable. Welcome back, everyone. Here is a picture of what I have done on the chair footies. So let's actually get to work and work on some of those. Okay, everyone, here is the one I just finished. These are the two back ones. And you can tell a little bit that this one is a little bit smaller at the top. So I think it'll fit just perfect. So I just got to make one more of these and we'll have one chair done. Hi everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to start to make a little stocking hat for this Grinch. I've decided to use white and I've decided to use this navy color. I think that'll look really cute on the Grinch. So let's get started on that. Okay, so we got the little hat finished. I just have a few ends to tie in, but I just wanted to come on real quick and show you the progress. I think that it looks really adorable. It is very stiff, but I think it looks adorable. So I did use Parfait Chunky, and usually Parfait Chunky is very soft and very easy to work with, but every once in a while you get those skeins that are just kind of rough feeling, and that's how this navy was. It's just kind of rough, it's harder to work with, and yeah, so I had quite a time. My hand kind of hurts a little bit, which is really interesting, but yeah, I think it's a little stiff, so I've been trying to scrunch it a little and see if that helps, but I think it turned out really cute. And now he has a little hat for him. It is a little difficult to get on him, but once you get it on, it's adorable. So there he is, very adorable. Welcome back everyone. I wanted to come on really quick and let you know that all the items you saw in today's video will be or already is for sale on my Shopify website, canjamcrochet.com. I'll put the link in the description below. Everything on my Shopify website is already made and ready to go, so check that out if you're interested. I also wanted to mention that I do have an Etsy shop. I sell plushies on there, so if you're interested in ordering a plushie, it's a good way to customize those items in the colors that you want. So I'll make those and mail those out as soon as they're done. So I hope you enjoyed my first vlog. I'm very new to this and filming everything is very different, but I hope you will like this video and consider subscribing so you'll know when I post again. I don't have a set schedule yet, but for now I'm aiming for at least one video per week. So thanks again. I hope to see you in the next vlog. Bye.